If you weren't given a panettone for Christmas, an Italian Christmas cake, that's what a panettone is, then you need to change your friends. This one I'm using to make our Panettone Bread Butter Pudding today is delicious, but you can use any panettone you can get your hands on. This one, the top people at making panettone in Italy and the top people at making balsamic vinegar team together to make the best panettone. But it doesn't matter, but about 750 gram panettone. Let's dive in and make a Panettone bread and butter pudding that's a showstopper. So preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then with some soft butter generously grease your baking dish. Then half the demerara sugar goes in, which is 2 tablespoons. Then just let the demerara sugar get around there, so it's a brown sugar, just so it lightly covers it. And if you haven't got quite enough, add a little bit more in there. This is gonna go crunchy and be delicious. So set that aside. Trim the bottom off. Trim the top off and the sides. Use a serrated edge knife. This panettone has a balsamic cream through the middle of it. It's absolutely delicious. Now line dish. Very rustic, looks good. Leave that aside. Milk and cream goes into a medium-sized pot, equal quantities, 300 mils. And it's a bread and butter pudding, so we better get some butter in there. So there's 100 grams going in there. We're gonna bring that up to the heat and we're gonna melt the butter. Whilst the milk and cream is heating up with the butter, and we just need to melt the butter, we're gonna get 5 eggs into a bowl, caster sugar, whisk that up. Here we go, it's just come up to the heat. I'm not boiling it, I'm just wanting to melt that butter, get it scalded. To make our life easy, I'm going to pour this into a jug. Way easier to pour out of a jug than a pot. Now we're going to slowly pour this onto our eggs and sugar, making our bread and butter custard. Now the magic is going in. A lemonade marmalade with chai. You can use whatever marmalade you like, but we're putting about 4 tablespoons in. This is the magic. You could replace this with a jam, but I just love this lemonade. So when I say lemonade, I mean it's a lemonade fruit. It's not a lime, it's not a mandarin, it's not an orange, it's not a grapefruit. It's a lemonade fruit. Now I'm going to take about 1/3 and pour it over our base. So that's the crust in there, and it'll soak it up in no time. Now just rip the rest of this up and get it into our panettone custard. Look at that balsamic cream in there, absolutely beautiful. Chunky's what we want. Don't slice it, chunky's way better. Right, let's get this all soaked in here. Now for the magic, you could get some chocolate in. Just chocolate's fine. You could use white chocolate, dark chocolate, whatever you like, and break it up and get it through there. But I'm going for the Ferrari of panettone, and I'm using chocolate bonbons with fig, Himalayan salt, and ruby, and these are going to be nestled in there, and there's figs inside there. Absolutely incredible. So what we need to do now is get some of our mixture in here. Oh, it even smells incredible, and we haven't even cooked it. Now we're going to nestle about 6 of these in there. If you want to be generous, you can have a few more in there. And these are the little surprises that are going to melt in there, as would chocolate if you use chocolate. But these are pretty incredible. We sell them in our deli, Gault's Deli, as we do the panettone. Well, I'm going a bit overboard there, aren't I? One more for luck. Now the rest of it's going to go on top. And you can see why I loved ripping it up, because it just looks more rustic, which you won't get if you slice it. And get the rest on there. There we go. Just give it a little crunchy down. And those edge pieces are going to crisp up and be delicious. Look at that. Now you've got that demerara sugar that's left over. So we just want to get it, because this is going to go crunchy when we cook it. The oven has been preheated to 180 degrees and 350 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go. Let's get it into the oven for about 25 or 30 minutes until it's just wobbly, golden brown. Oh, happy days. Look at that. Oh, delicious. Now some gelato. This is a balsamic apple crumble gelato that we sell in the deli, along with 2 other flavours. We'll get some gelato on there, and a little bit of garnish on top. And let's just because we can, a really good balsamic just around the plate. Look at this, gooey and delicious, and I've got that fig bonbon in there with the Himalayan salt and the chocolate. I've got the balsamic cream that came in the panettone, and I've got the apple crumble gelato on the side. Oh my God. Doesn't matter what panettone you use. You could always get a little quattro into the custard mix. You could get a bit of limoncello in there. I used the lemonade chai marmalade, but use whatever you like. An orange marmalade, put a jam in, experiment. But it is, I promise you, it is so delicious and it's so easy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and come and see us at Gault's Deli in Auckland, New Zealand one day. We've always got things to try. That is shit on.